Hello and welcome to Retake, and today we're going to talk about a movie I've just seen, which is Tron Ares. Um, basically, Tron Ares is basically Pinocchio. It's about somebody who wants to become real, and that's it. That's the entire premise of this movie. Don't listen to what the critics are saying, listen to what the audience are saying, because they don't match up. The critics are generally having a hard time with this movie, or giving this movie a hard time rather, and the public are giving this movie quite a glowing kind of review. So look at what the public says, not the critics say. But here's my take on it. For the first sort of 10-15 minutes of the movie, I wondered if it was going to be worth watching, because it was a little disjointed. It didn't kind of meet up, and it was a little bit rushed, I kind of thought. The premise of the movie is basically Pinocchio. That's it. It is a digital version of Pinocchio. So if you bear that in mind and watch the movie, you will quite enjoy it, because by the time I ended the movie, or the movie ended, I was quite surprised at how quickly the time had gone. So yeah, it wasn't a bad movie at all. Um, the the movie itself cut between sort of modern and the retro world of the 1980s. So you had both. You had the old grid, which was literally reused shots from the original movie, or it looked very similar to reused shots. So if it was done again, it was done very, very well. And it also then incorporated modern sort of Tron Legacy style graphics, etc., and interactions with their characters. And I thought that the ideas were there, but it kind of didn't sort of flow really as well as it should have done. But the main character, who was played by Gerard, was really good. Actually, he did very well to underplay that character, and none of the sort of shouting and screaming and all of that kind of stuff that usually goes on with this kind of sort of action style movie. And it was very well done, and it was kind of thought provoking in its own right. Now, the the bits that I found were disjointed with the fact that it jumped around. It kind of made the assumption that you were going to be all right with its very brief kind of description of what happened to Sam and what happened to Cora and all of that kind of thing, which it kind of just brushed and glossed over, which is a bit weird. But it kind of just it was just for the narrative, and that was it, just to move the story along. That's all those bits are in there for. So if you take those bits out and then forget about Tron Legacy, then the movie in its all right kind of worked mostly. Now, as I said, I enjoyed it. It was very graphics were very good. The interactions were very good. And for most parts, most of the action and acting was quite good. But it left a little bit of open ended. Now I'm wondering if it was open ended on purpose, because at the end, it was then reverting back to the 1980s, so 1982 Tron movie, which yeah, it was different. So I'm wondering if this was meant to be just a bridge between the next installment of Tron 1.0, which is a 1982 movie. Um, Now, if that's the case, then it kind of works. But if it was a case of just being a standalone um, blockbuster style movie, then I think Disney have missed a massive trick, because the Tron Legacy, or the Tron movies, and the Tron franchise is the only original movies that Disney has, to be honest. It's the only original part of Disney left. And now if they mess this up by not following maybe the timeline of the first two movies in the next one, then I think they will have blown this one out of the water, which isn't much fun because the Tron movies are so staggered and so far apart that it's only kind of the diehards which are invested in this franchise. Now, if they wanted to make it a standalone movie just to draw in new audiences, it may have worked because it was more action than anything else. It was more full on, start to finish, action, graphics, stunts, all the way through, which, it kind of makes sense in that context. But um, they're missing what this sort of series of movies was originally about. But it was a good movie. It was good in a way. It was entertaining. It was good in a way. It went very, very quick in the movie theater, and it was good in a way that I think most people who've gone to see it have enjoyed it. So don't literally rely on what the critics have said, because the critics are there to get you to click on things, really. And most critics are a miserable bunch. They're always downplay things rather than tell you how it actually really is. But yeah, I think the movie on a whole was quite good. Go and watch it, make your own mind up, and it kind of ties in with the whole retro theme. So anyway, so yeah, go see it. Make Disney keep the franchise alive. So if you don't go and see it, whether you kind of like it, tolerate it, hate it, they will not be producing any more movies if this one doesn't make any money. So if you want to see it move forward and you want to put your 5 pennies worth in to where it needs to go, then go see it. Go use your voice, get on the old keyboard and let people know what you think. Okay, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.